This is محمد حمودة speaking. Today we are going to talk about translation of collocations. But before talking about translation of collocations, we need to understand what is meant of a collocation. Actually, collocations usually are habitual co-occurrence of individual lexical items. That means uh, two or more words or two or more lexical items come together and give a comprehensible meaning. For example, brain, drain. These two words are collocates, or these two words are a collocation, and they give and they give a specific meaning. هجرة الأدمغة أو هجرة العقول. So, actually, the lexical items or a combination of two or more words or lexical items that always go together consistently in different contexts and in different texts. But these two items, we do not have specific rules for these two items, why they occur together. Actually, they are fixed phrases. هذه مصطلحات جامدة غير متغيرة. يعني مصطلحين كلمتين بيجوا مع بعض بدون أي سبب. هيك بيجوا زي ما احنا بنحكي in our Palestinian culture. Okay, so they are fixed expressions. They are not flexible in terms of, in terms of structure and in terms of meaning. Okay, now also we are going to talk about types of collocations. Actually, from a syntactic point of view, uh, collocations are, or we have nine types of collocations. The first type is adjective plus noun collocations. That means the collocation consisting of two words. The first one is an adjective and the second one is a noun. For example, hard labor. If we look at hard is an adjective while labor is a noun. So we have an adjective plus a noun collocation. Now, this rendered as أشغال شاقة. Actually, type of collocation is adjective plus noun, while the strategy used in rendering this collocation is called here literal translation. Why? Because labor أشغال وهارد شاقة, and we put them together أشغال شاقة as a literal translation strategy. So the first strategy to render collocations is literal translation, and this means that when the same collocation is used in both languages, in the English and Arabic, in English and Arabic, and the literal rendition gives the same meaning. In this way, we use literal translation strategy to render this type of collocation. The second one is net white. Net white, net صافي, white الوزن, الوزن الصافي. طيب احنا لو اجينا على الستركتشر Arabic structure. English structure adjective plus noun, while Arabic noun plus adjective. And this is right. Why? Because in English the adjective comes before the noun, while in Arabic the adjective comes after the noun. Um, fast sleep سبات عميق. طيب لو أنا إجيت أنا fast sleep ما بحكي نوم سريع، بحكي سبات عميق. وبالتالي fast literal rendition of fast is عميق، while literal rendition of fast سريع. sleep نوم. وبالتالي أنا هن ترجمت لسبات عميق، هنا استخدمنا dynamic equivalence strategy. That what is meant by dynamic equivalence? Dynamic equivalence means that the same collocation mean we have a corresponding collocation in Arabic that is used to convey the same purpose and the same meaning of the original collocation. Thus, in English, fast sleep; in Arabic, the equivalent term which conveys the same meaning is سبات عميق. black market سوق سوداء، أنا بحكي literal translation. آم، warm reception استقبال حار، نفس الحاجة literal translation. smashing victory also is literal translation strategy. So most of the time literal translation give us a comprehensible meaning, but we have other strategies that we are going to shed some lights on. Okay. On the other hand, we have some collocations: peaceful death, great pleasure, bad news, good day, and standstill situation. Okay. Uh, peaceful death موت هادئ، هنا ما إلها identical collocation in Arabic. bad news أخبار سيئة. طبعا bad news collocation in Arabic أخبار سيئة not necessary it is not a collocation. good day يوم سعيد، يوم جميل، while in English good day is a collocation while يوم سعيد is not a collocation in Arabic. So some collocations in English does not or do not have identical collocations in Arabic. Identical equivalent collocations in Arabic. Okay. طيب نيجي هنا. Also sometimes uh, civil we have special adjective noun collocations are used to describe bad food. For example, bad milk حليب فاسد أو حليب خرب. نحكي rotten fruit فاكهة فاسدة. وبالتالي أنا الحاجتين ترجمتها فاسدة، ولكن in English بقدرش أحكي أنا rotten milk. لا، rotten بتيجي مع fruit only and this is collocation. رغم إنه bad milk bad ممكن أترجمها كسيء and the meaning is conveyed, but it is not a collocation with if it comes with fruit. So the collocation, as we said, are fixed expressions, unchangeable expressions, and that's it. bad milk ما بينفع احكي bad fruit خلاص، لأنه bad بتيجي مع milk حليب فاسد. rotten fruit هنا فاكهة فاسدة، ما بينفع بدل rotten أكتب أي واحدة من السبويلد أو bad أو أي شغلة تانية. أوكي. طيب the second type of collocations is verb noun collocations. Actually, this collocation starts with a verb and this followed by a noun. For example, attend a lecture. If we see attend is a verb, lecture is also a noun. So we have verb noun collocation. Its condition as يحضر محاضرة. وبالتالي هنا attend يحضر lecture محاضرة، وبالتالي إحنا الاستراتيجية المستخدمة literal translation. يعني أهم حاجة إنه إحنا we should differentiate between types of of collocations and عفوا strategies of collocations. Regarding the strategies of collocations, either literal strategy or dynamic equivalence or formal equivalence, contextual, for example, contextual translation, and so on, while types of collocation as the adjective plus noun or verb plus noun collocations and so on. طيب pass allow يسن قانون exert an effort يبذل جهدا score a victory يحرز انتصارا pay attention يعير انتباها. أنا بلاحظ إنه كلهن verb وبعدها followed by noun a noun a noun a noun and so on, and as we see all of these terms are rendered as literally or literal translation strategy is used to render Latin Latin examples. Okay, Latin examples. Okay. Uh, Also, some collocations can be rendered as verbs. Thus, if we render a collocation as a one verb, in this way the collocation is missed in Arabic language. For example, shake hands. أنا لو حكيت يصافح and that's enough. Shake hands is a collocation in Arabic, is a collocation in English. It can be rendered into a verb يصافح and that's enough. So the يصافح is not a collocation, it is only a verb. Uh, in this way, collocations are not necessary to be translated literally, and some not necessary to translate a collocation into another collocation. Uh, the most important thing is to convey the intended meaning. To convey the intended meaning. Okay. The third type is noun plus noun collocations. This collocation consisting of two nouns come together as brain, drain. Brain is a noun, drain also is a noun. nerve cell خلية أعصاب، وبالتالي خلية هذا خديجة عبارة عن اسم، وأعصاب نفس الحاجة عبارة عن اسم. nerve cell nerve also a noun and cell is a noun, so we have here two nouns come together. essay bank بنك المعلومات. طيب هنا essay بنك المعلومات ما بقدر أحكي إنها literal translation because essay is not bank is not معلومات essay مقال. يعني أنا لو بدي أترجم حرفيا بدي أقول بنك المقالة، ولكن هنا أنا ترجمته contextual translation strategy، يعني أنا اعتمدت على السياق بترجمة المعنى. أوكي. The fourth strategy is noun plus of plus noun. So we have two nouns, but these two nouns are separated by a preposition of. Okay. For example, loss of memory can be rendered as فقدان الذاكرة. طيب أنا هان ترجمتها loss of memory. Literal translation strategy is used to render this collocation. Uh, Also, from the syntactic viewpoint, as we notice, the first sentence, loss of money, loss is a noun, money is a noun. These two nouns are separated by a preposition of. In Arabic, the preposition is deleted and we render only the two nouns, so translation loss is inevitable. دايما لا يمكن الفرار من الفقدان في النص أو في النص المترجم. الفقد في النص المترجم ممكن يكون فقد في المعنى lexical problem or lexical loss، ممكن يكون aesthetic loss يعني من ناحية ال figures of speech and figurative language. آه، ممكن and okay. If we look to the seventh example, the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal محكمة الاستئناف نفس أول مثال شرحناه. هنا two nouns which are separated by of, while the rendition or the literal rendition as محكمة الاستئناف literal translation strategy. Okay, now the fifth strategy, noun plus and plus noun uh, collocations, such as so two nouns and these two now, and in the middle of these two nouns we have and. Look at the first sentence, means and ends. بقول الوسائل والغايات، هنا اسمين واستخدمت حرف العطف معاهم لربط الجملة. طيب means and ends الوسائل والغايات، أنا ممكن أحكي عنها literal translation strategy because means is الوسائل ends النهايات أو الغايات. طيب food and drink طعم وشراب معروفة good and evil خير وشر. طيب bread and bitter هنا ما بترجمها خبز وجبنة أو زبدة، لا، أنا بترجمها لقمة العيش، وبالتالي هنا contextual translation or we have an equivalent term bread and butter. We have an equivalent term for bread and butter in Arabic which is لقمة العيش. This rendition means dynamic or refers to the use of dynamic translation strategy. Okay. Form and content الشكل والمضمون هنا literal translation معروفة. heart and soul قلبا وقالبا، هنا ما بقدر أحكي عنها literal because soul is نفس، والنفس هنا طبعا آه ما هي مترجمة نهائي. إحنا in Arabic we have an equivalent expression which is قلبا وقالبا، وبالتالي هنا قلبا وقالبا حكينا عنها dynamic equivalence strategy. Okay, so to summarize the main points in this lecture, the definition of collocation is a combination of two words or more. These two words or more come together. Or regarding the types of collocations, we have noun plus or adjective plus noun collocations. We have two nouns collocations. We have two nouns and we have a preposition of between the two nouns. And here we are moving to the sixth strategy, which is adjective plus adjective collocation. This collocation consisting of two adjectives that are put together. For example, right and proper. تمام. طيب alive and kick حي يرزق. طيب alive and kicking. Alive is an adjective Kicking also is an adjective. So we have two adjectives come together till we have a new expression or a new collocation. Uh, right and proper صحيحة حكيناها. طيب نجي ل seventh type or النوع السابع adverb plus adverb collocations. In this strategy we have two collocations uh, which are adverbs come together. For example, secretly and publicly. secretly جاي من السر. publicly جاي من العلانية. سرا وعلانية. وبالتالي هنا secretly and publicly. secretly is an adverb. Also publicly is an adverb. When the two adverbs come together, we sometimes use and to separate or to clarify the end of the sentence. To clarify that we add something else or something new. Now, the eighth strategy is noun plus verb collocations. Noun plus verb collocations. For example, dogs bark. Dogs are nouns, while bark is an adjective. Bark is a verb. Bark. So we have a noun plus a verb. This can be rendered as نباح الكلاب. طيب هنا literal translation strategy معروفة. Um, bees buzz. Bees buzz دوي النحل. هذا literal translation also is an acceptable version of translation in this text. Okay. Um, Actually, that's enough. The last time we are going to talk about it and to talk about the general strategies that can be used in rendering these collocations or English collocations into Arabic. Uh, Actually, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me whatever you want. Thank you very much.